Hi, hello, how are you? I hope everybody's doing good. I'm Christy and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome, and we would love to have you stick around, so go ahead and click that subscribe button. Normally I wait till the end of the video, but I'm going to ask you right now to go ahead and click the like button because all of your likes and your comments and your shares push this up further in the YouTube algorithm. And this is definitely a story that needs to be out there for more people to see. So if you don't mind, please go ahead and give this a like. I would really appreciate it. If not, on your way out of the video, make sure you like it. Share it with hashtag Athena Brownfield. And I would really appreciate that because this little girl is still missing. And it's possible that she may have been missing as long as a week. So let's get into the story. You can see her poster over here. It was put out by the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. And I edited it because originally they said she was 3 years old. She's actually 4. So that's why the age looks the way it does. But her name is Athena Brownfield. She is 4 years old, 3 feet tall, 45 pounds. She's got light brown, dark blonde hair, and blue eyes. Allegedly, she was last known to be wearing pink pants and a pink butterfly hoodie. But honestly, guys, we don't know that much. So I'm going to tell you what we do know. As of today, I have the most recent update as of the noon news here. Put this up here. So they say she's been missing since Tuesday from Cyril, Oklahoma. But that was when it was reported that she was missing. Her sister was found that day, but now that we're further on in the investigation, it is entirely possible that she hasn't been seen since last Friday, the 6th. The OSBI and the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation and Oklahoma Highway Patrol have deployed infrared helicopters, boats with side-scanning sonar, four-wheelers, and personnel on the ground to search the nearby area in an effort to locate her. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol Emergency Response Team, who are specifically trained to go on foot in search of people, are out in coordination with civilians who have come out to volunteer their time and effort in the search. Now, that was true, but now the searches have kind of been pulled back, and we're going to get into that. The OSBI says they are very actively looking for Athena using all of their tools. They're finding things that they hope might give them clues as to where she is. Authorities have also utilized the Oklahoma Department of Corrections dogs to help search. The Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs flew their drones over the community. The OSBI's public information officer said, "This is a very active and ongoing investigation. Right now, our top priority is locating her. Sorting out who is responsible will come next. We need to find this little girl. She's on her own in the elements, so is that endangered? Yeah. But is she the victim of physical harm? That's yet to be determined." And I talked yesterday when I brought her up in my Nothing Burger video that the elements here have changed drastically. We were up in the 70s and now we're in like the 20s, 30s, 40s again. So it's scary to think about this little one being out there in the elements. Athena was reported missing around 2 p.m. on Tuesday after a postal worker found her 5-year-old sister alone near their residence in Cyril, which is located about 70 miles southwest of Oklahoma City. It's in Caddo County. The 5-year-old was described as frightened, but not in need of medical care. It's not clear how long she had been missing before her disappearance was reported. An Amber Alert has not been issued because her disappearance does not meet specific guidelines. A missing and endangered notification was issued, with a notification going out within a 15-mile radius of where she went missing. Law enforcement are reviewing surveillance videos in the area. They are asking anyone with doorbell cameras or footage of the area near the 200 block of West Nebraska to turn over their resources to help in the search effort. She was last seen wearing a butterfly hoodie. The command center has been set up at Family Life Church near the corner of 3rd Street and Idaho Avenue in Cyril. This has moved on to an investigation, and no more search parties will be sent out. The public is allowed to search on their own, but will not be sent out in groups. Trash pickup has been postponed until further notice per the OSBI. Alicia Adams was arrested yesterday, and she's being held in the Caddo County Jail. And Ivan Adams was arrested in Phoenix, Arizona, and is being held on a fugitive from justice charge according to the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. He's awaiting his first court appearance. So, who are they? All right, I got you. Let's get into... It's kind of a weird situation, so I'm hoping what I did here will kind of clear it up. Because I was trying to explain it to my son on the phone yesterday, and he was like, wait, who? Which kids? So, we're going to get through it, okay? So, the bio mom and bio dad of Athena Brownfield left Athena and her sister, Adina, in the care of a family member. I believe she's a cousin, and that would be Alicia. There was no custody arrangement in place. So this wasn't like a legal and binding custody. It was just kind of, hey, we can't handle our kids, so will you take care of them kind of thing. The caregiver and her husband, Alicia and Ivan, they have 4 children together. They have 4 of their own children, plus the 2 that they were taking care of. So 4 biological children, and then Athena and Adina. So 6 kids total in this house. And they were living in Cyril, Oklahoma. The caregiver, Alicia Adams, left her husband and the kids to go stay with her boyfriend in Oklahoma City. Allegedly, she said she wanted a divorce. The caregiver's husband, Ivan, took their 4 children and went to Arizona. He says he left Athena and her sister with a grandparent. So, Alicia takes off with the boyfriend. The dad takes off to Arizona where he's got family. He takes their 4 biological kids with him. He takes the 2 that they're caring for and supposedly leaves them with a grandparent. But we know that's not true because Adina was found wandering in the neighborhood and Athena is nowhere to be found. On Tuesday, January 10th, 2023, at 2 p.m., the mail carrier finds Adina, age 5, wandering near their home in Cyril. Adina says she can't find her sister. The mail carrier steps inside the house and no one is there, so she calls 911. Adina was frightened and hungry, but not in need of medical treatment. Athena may have been missing since the 6th, which is when Ivan left with the other 4 kids and went to Arizona, allegedly. On January 12th, yesterday, the caregiver, Alicia Adams, was arrested on 2 counts of child neglect. Also yesterday, but not reported until this morning, the caregiver's husband, Ivan Adams, was arrested on a fugitive from justice charge in Phoenix, Arizona. He's awaiting his first court appearance and is in the custody of the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. All right, so this is Alicia. This is the one, I believe she's the bio mom's cousin, if everything I've read is correct. She is some sort of relative of the bio parents, but I believe from what I've read, she is the cousin of the bio mom. And she was arrested. She's the one that went to Oklahoma City to be with the boyfriend, left all the kids with the husband. So her story is basically, I didn't leave the kids alone, I left them with Ivan. And then Ivan took off with 4 of them and left the other 2 behind. And this is the only picture that has come out of Ivan. I don't know if this was a mugshot taken in Maricopa County, but it's kind of hard to find anything about him at the moment. So I'm going to play you, this is a press conference yesterday from the OSBI where they announced the arrest of Alicia.
So as you know, I'm Brooke R. Beitman. I'm the PIO at the OSBI. We do have a very limited update for you guys right now in the Athena Brownfield investigation. Alicia Adams was arrested today at 4:12 p.m. on 2 counts of child neglect. The counts are related to the 2 sisters, 4 and 5, who were in her and her husband's care. As you guys all know, the 5-year-old was found wandering outside of the Adams' house on West Nebraska and Cyril, and a postal carrier found the 5-year-old, and that's when police were notified. At this point, the investigation into her whereabouts continues. We are actually getting tips from across Oklahoma as well as multiple other states. As you also are aware, trash service in town was suspended. That was in an effort to search for additional clues as to Athena's whereabouts. Right now, I want everyone to understand we're still looking for her. Nothing has changed. Despite what's being said out there, we're looking for her. Our analysts and our team of multiple law enforcement agencies are reviewing surveillance video from around town, and again, pursuing any tip that comes in, following it up, and trying to identify any clues that can be used to locate Athena.
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
As you know, we're being assisted by multiple law enforcement partners, and we really appreciate everything that everyone has done to assist us in locating this child. We're praying for her family and her relatives, and for the investigators who are looking for her. We also really appreciate and want to make it abundantly clear that this town has taken us in. They have taken care of us. The volunteers who've dedicated their time and energy are very much appreciated. A lot of people are reaching out asking if there's anything they can do. Right now we don't need volunteers to come down and look, because again, we're collecting clues and trying to locate her, but if that changes, of course, we'll let everybody know. But it should be noted that we appreciate that, and we appreciate the community of Cyril. I can't answer a lot of questions. You guys can try to pepper them at me, but that's pretty much all I can release at this time.
Can you confirm that that woman who was arrested was the primary caregiver of the girls?
The girls were in the care of Miss Adams and her husband.
Is the husband going to be arrested as well?
No comment at this time.
How is Miss Adams related to the girls? Is she related to the mom or the dad, or how did she have custody?
We'll get to that when the time's right.
Can you confirm that investigators looked at waste or investigated the nearby transfer stations, including the one in Ninnekah or Fletcher?
I can't confirm that. I'm not aware of that, but I can say, again, we were looking for any clues as related to the trash, any little piece of evidence that we could secure that might give us a tip as to where she is. That included the trash.
So is this now considered a nationwide search for her?
I wouldn't go that far. It's just, I think that demonstrates how this story is so impactful and how many people care about this child, want to see her returned, and people are phoning in those tips from across the country, and we're following everything.
Has the doorbell camera, the urgency to get a hold of that, has that helped at all in your search?
I don't know that there's a lot of doorbell cameras that have been turned in, but we have a lot of surveillance video from around town that we are analyzing as we speak. So,
Is DHS involved?
no comment at this time. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I don't know if I'll have another update tonight, but I wanted to make sure that you were aware that we do have those arrests, 2 counts of child neglect. So, thank you all.
All right, so from what I can gather, the other girl, Athena, the 5-year-old, is in the custody of DHS. One of the grandmas came out and spoke, and I don't know, she's kind of a hot mess. Basically, I guess the bio dad's not allowed to see the kids, and neither is anybody else, and they can't get permission to see them while they're with DHS or something. I don't know what's going on there, but it sounds like they are with, or the one is with DHS, and then obviously Athena is still missing. So one thing I wanted to make clear is they are still searching. Like, law enforcement is still searching. They're just not taking out search groups like volunteer search groups, but they are encouraging everybody in the area. And they've kind of expanded beyond Cyril now, so any of the surrounding areas, to really get out and search your property, any ditches, outbuildings, just anywhere that a little girl could possibly hide or get into. So they are encouraging everybody to do that. And you're welcome to search on your own. They're just not going to have organized search parties going out for her. But they do still have their command center set up at the church. So if you have information or you have any video from a surveillance camera or a ring camera, anything like that that you think might be helpful, you can take it and drop it off there. So I just wanted to kind of show you the area, because there's a few things about the area that kind of concerned me when I was thinking about this little girl being out there. So this is the front of the house, and it kind of baffles me. So the mail carrier said that she stepped inside and there wasn't any adults or anybody in there, so she called 911. So I'm guessing that maybe the 2 girls were left in the house, that they were able to go in the house. And we had some nice days. Like I said, it was like in the 60s or 70s. And maybe they went outside. I don't know what happened. You know, why Athena was found wandering the neighborhood by the mail carrier. But there are houses and everything close by. But I guess they didn't notice the girls being out unsupervised, or maybe that wasn't unusual. With Athena, you know, one of the first things she told the mail carrier, besides she can't find her sister, was that she was hungry. And I'm honestly surprised they didn't go like to the neighbors or something, you know, for food or whatever. So there's so much that we don't know about the situation that everything is kind of speculative at this point. Here's another image of the house, and you can see, like I said, there's neighbors pretty close by. This is the neighborhood. And then I did this Google kind of an overview of the area, and you can see there's a Dollar General right there. There is a high school. There's a Budget Inn. There's another, some kind of inn, Huckleberry Inn. Lots of businesses, and then it looks like no-tell, motel type situations there, which honestly makes me a little bit nervous. So I went and I did the street view, and this is looking down the street. Like if you come off like the main road and you turn down Nebraska, this is the neighborhood. And then if you're coming up, this is the intersection, and you see right across the street is that Dollar General. And that's a pretty busy roadway there. Here's another view. I'm not sure if that's one of the hotels or Budget Inn or Huckleberry Inn or whatever it was called over there. And then here's another view from the street looking off. I'm not sure what that building is, but maybe it's a school. I don't know. And then last night, they towed this SUV from the house, but we're not really sure why. I'm assuming he drove to Arizona. I don't know if her boyfriend picked her up and took her to Oklahoma City. So I don't know whose SUV this is, but they towed it away from the residence last night. Neighbors said they put up the crime scene tape again and towed off this SUV. And then I have the latest news clip. This just came out, so I'll let you take a listen to that.
Developing this morning, a woman has been arrested in connection to the missing 4-year-old Athena Brownfield. Alicia Adams now in custody.
Investigators say she's Athena and her 5-year-old sister's caregiver. Only on 5, our crew was there on scene in Cyril as a Suburban was towed away from the woman's home. KOCO's Callie Walker joins us now live this morning with the very latest.
Yeah, Alejandra, Shelby, good morning. Special agents with OSBI arresting 32-year-old Alicia Adams yesterday. OSBI says that Adams was booked into the Caddo County Jail. She faces 2 counts of child neglect as the search for 4-year-old Athena Brownfield continues. Now, investigators say Brownfield and her 5-year-old sister were in the care of Adams and her husband, who hasn't yet been named and right now unclear if he'll be arrested. But we did ask if DHS was involved in the case in any way, and we were told no comment. Now, no word yet on why police towed away that Suburban parked outside of Adams' home. OSBI following tips and even pausing trash service in the town to find clues that'll lead them to finding Athena. Volunteers offering a reward for info.
At this time, there is a $1,000 reward being offered for information leading to the recovery of Athena Brownfield and or the identification, arrest, and conviction of the person or persons responsible for her disappearance.
There are flyers that are going around town, and on them it says that Athena may have been wearing a pink sweater and pants before she was reported missing. OSBI continuing to ask anyone with any information that'll help them to call their tip line. Back to you guys.
Okay, Kylie, thanks. So as this search for Athena continues, we want to piece together some of the timeline here of her disappearance for you. We know it all started on Tuesday at 2 p.m. after that mail carrier you heard about found her 5-year-old sister alone at a home on West Nebraska Avenue. So the 5-year-old said her little sister was missing. That night, hundreds of volunteers and law enforcement began their search, taping off that home as a potential crime scene and executing a search warrant. Then on Wednesday, OSBI sent volunteers home and brought in 2 bloodhound teams from the Department of Corrections to search specific areas. We also learned that state investigators had been talking with Athena's parents, but they declined to give us any more information on their whereabouts. So investigators do hope the arrest of this caretaker you just heard about, 32-year-old Alicia Adams, will lead to finding Athena. New flyers are circulating in Cyril saying Athena may have been wearing a pink sweater and pants. Please call 911 immediately if you know anything.
All right, so I'm glad the caretakers have been arrested, but I'm curious if there will be any charges for the bio parents. I mean, I guess there could be, but I'm not sure how that would work. I'll pull this one up again. But if you look so close to the house, there's lots of businesses and things. And if somehow she had wandered up into that area, hopefully some of these businesses caught her on surveillance camera. But it really just makes me nervous because nobody seems to have seen her. They basically said they've searched the entire town. They were going door to door, knocking on doors. They've been asking for video. Like you heard, they said there weren't really a lot of Ring cameras there. But they're finding things that they think are clues that could lead to her whereabouts. So that's good. Hearing that they halted the trash pickup is kind of disheartening. It's just weird to me that the 3-year-old is missing, or the 4-year-old is missing, and the 5-year-old was not. It seems like if something had happened to the 4-year-old, something would have happened to the 5-year-old as well. Maybe not, I don't know. But I'm sure she's being interviewed, and hopefully she can offer up some information of when the last time was that she saw her sister, what were the circumstances around Ivan leaving, where they had been staying all this time, things like that. I just really pray they can find this little girl. But the area, like I said, it's a little worrying because of all, like, the motels and the railroad tracks and all of that. But hopefully we don't need our minds to go in that direction. And hopefully maybe one of these caregivers will give up some information. I don't know how much Alicia might know with her being in Oklahoma City when Ivan left the kids. I don't know. I would think Ivan might have more information. He would definitely have more explaining to do why he left with 4 of them and said those 2 went to a grandparent when obviously they did not go to a grandparent. So he's going to need to explain that. I'm assuming his court appearance is going to be for extradition, and hopefully we can get him... Hopefully we can get him back here to Oklahoma to answer the hard questions soon. So, like I said, if you could share this with the hashtag Athena Brownfield, I would appreciate it. Give it a like, because that will push it out into the YouTube algorithm so more people will have the opportunity to see this video. If you aren't subscribed already, please think about doing that. It's a completely free way to help me and my channel, and it's very much appreciated. This is her missing poster. Once again, it says that you can call 911. You can also contact the OSBI tip line at 1-800-522-8017. And their email is tips@osbi.ok.gov, and I will link all of that in the description box below. But if you're in the area, please share this. Share her poster. I'll share it on all my socials. So if you follow me there, you can share it from there. Just share her story. Just get the word out there that this little cute baby is out there somewhere missing, and we need to get her home. That is about all we have for today. If there are any new updates, I will definitely hop on here and let you know. But for now, everybody have a good rest of your Friday the 13th. And as always, I will see you all in the next one.